the idea of Tower of Babel came up with when Steinar, he called me and he was telling me about the project that 4 different companies, Icelandic, Hungarian, Norwegian and Lithuanian theater is going to work together to make a common project of interactive theater for youth.
It's really fun to do this very, very special world, this crazy world of apocalyptic scenery and these very strange costumes. Wow, I love it. And the makeup and everything, that's fun. That's I like very much.
We had applied and received money for the Participate in Your Life program. The network started there. And we should have this meeting here at the theater to kind of decide what the frames of the project should be. What were our aims and what were the activities we should engage the project in. And I remember we had some good meetings and a little workshop and started to talk about this, our main topic, the interactive and participating theater for young persons. We were so glad and engaged and eager to start after this meeting. I think that to get a partner as the National Drama Theatre of Kaunas, it's a privilege for us to be cooperating with you. Because you have so much knowledge and professionality, and giving the frameworks of the project.
Tower of Babel, like the myth from the Bible, that kind of stuck with me, and I started thinking about that, and I think that pretty fast the idea of a concept consisting of 4 different tribes. That the audience are entering into 4 different tribes and then meeting each other and then having this language conflict, the conflict of not knowing who to trust or not, came up quite soon. So that's what's we've been developing together with the companies, me and Helena, András and Signe, Gerda, Landfald, the costume and mask designer and set designer, had traveled Europe to meet those companies to learn more about their different methods of interactive theater for children and youth. And then the production and the story of Tower and Babel, Planet Earth, Game Over, Reset has been growing together with the companies.
In general, I think that this is the biggest international production which we have ever had in our theater's history, because 4 countries are working together by building together, and we are very happy that Kaunas 2022 gave the first financial inspiration to start this project on 2020, and then it was supplemented by EEA grants and Erasmus+, and that's why we have such kind of amazing possibility to create together and to represent to youth this extraordinary, crazy, and as Hilde told, weird performance.
Yeah, it's so nice that all the official authorities see the meaning of this project. So I think it's really exciting that so broad spectrum of funders actually see the meaning of this project.
Were you scared? Yes. You were standing like this, like, ooh. Deividas has made some new changes in the sound. Okay. So that will be a surprise for you, because I didn't play it for you beforehand. So you're welcome. Yeah, it's really hard to direct this production, because I've actually made a play. It's the total amount of play, I think it's 3 hours long. But the audience will only see 1 hour, 1.5 hours of the production, because we made 4 separate scenes of 20 minutes each that will be played at once. So my problem is that I'm kind of standing in the middle, listening to 4 different tribes going on at the same time. So I wish I could have 2 more ears on either side of my head. And then you have to go up and take. So skip that arm in the beginning. Yeah, just and then the head is the first thing that comes out. Maybe you have a weapon or something that you. It's for playing at the same time, but I can see them. I'm standing in the dark, listening and trying to write down and making suggestions, and then this huge journey starts, and the sound technician and the composer and the light designer, everybody is standing outside of the truss of the box of Babel, trying to listen how to do it. So it's this totally weird experience of directing a play which you can't see and you almost cannot hear it. And but we will go into every room as well to direct it like this. But my head is exploding and it's so frustrating and so much fun. So if somebody actually are here, they will probably, you still don't see them when you come up.
No.
And they will react with your movements. And there might be people lying and standing over there and trying to get out when you come up.
For me, the most interesting part of this performance is the interactive parts, and we are not thinking the same about the interactivity. We are not using the same methods. So for me, that was the biggest challenge, to put everybody's opinion and everybody's method into this performance. But I think Hilde, the director, is so good in it. She's listening us, get the informations from everybody and asking, and after that she decides which is the best way to do this performance.
I think really the biggest challenge is to communicate in another language than your own, and you always have to use your mind and think in different ways. 4 countries, different languages, but it's also amazing, but it's a challenge also.
The first thing that comes to my mind is it maybe has to do with this idea of bringing in independent groups, many independent groups to work inside this institutional context. I think it's maybe sometimes difficult to navigate the actual, like what your actual role is supposed to be, as in you're here as a performer, and then also you have to have opinions on like really kind of foundational aspects of the work, like what it is about, like what questions we are asking. Now there's 2 weeks until we premiere, and we are kind of still juggling some big questions about what the work is really about.
With the Tower of Babel, I wanted to make a production for youth that sort of dives into a theme and a problematic that I believe and I know that a lot of youth today are worried about. They are deeply anxious about their future. They worry about the climate change. They see a future that's for them, for their life, is unclear. And we are in the middle of this crisis of the climate breakdown. The clock is ticking and the doomsday is looming. So we go into this production with kind of a thought experiment and a conceptual experiment. We are in 4 different worlds, post-apocalyptic worlds. We are in a desert world, we are in a world that's covered in oil, we are in an ocean that's totally covered in plastics, and we are inside of a nuclear bunker after a nuclear accident. And inside of this, it's actually a black box divided into 4 different rooms. The audience are divided in 4 different groups, tribes, and they are becoming a part of that tribe. And then on the last part, they are confronted with a big altar of planet Earth, because all of these 4 different worlds has a treasure that they are dependent on. Like in desert, it's the last seeds of the planet. In the oil world, it's the last clean water. In the water world, it's the last fire. And in the nuclear, it's the last clean soil. So the youth are asked to make a choice between human civilization or the planet Earth. Do they want to sacrifice human civilization to be able to restart the planet Earth, or should we save human civilization living in this kind of half-living state to be able to save us?
I think we have to mess this up a bit. It's very beautiful. It's too beautiful right now. So we have to do something that makes it a bit more rough. How does that feel? Is it too much?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, great. Good.
Maybe I need a belt for that.
Okay. We make the scarf.
Yeah.
And after that, it's just aging. Everything else is perfect. If you think it fits
it's
good.
very comfortable. I really like it.
Go see yourself in the mirror.
So good. I love it. Yeah.
This project is vastly successful, I would say.
Okay.
I hope that we also will find a way to broaden the network, to get in new and other groups to participate in the network and learn about these methods, because I think that young people which now are so engaged in online activities, in gaming and all these things and social networks, they like this interactive part where they also can take a part, because they are used to doing it in all other online circumstances. So I think that we should try to make this project continue. And firstly, we will tour with the performance Tower of Babel in all the participating countries, and hopefully a lot of European festivals in addition to that. So that is our first aim.